We back. Grandma and me. Let's do it again. Baby, guess what we cooking today? Grandma's oxtails. You know y'all love some oxtails, don't you? You better stay right here for it. Oxtails was meant to be discarded meat. You know how we get down, waste not, want not. We can take nothing and make it into something. You know why us baby boomers know how to cook? Because there was no TV. We wasn't distracted. We had to go in the kitchen with grandma, sit right there and watch grandma so grandma could watch us. I can only imagine how a millennial makes oxtails. Because I know y'all ain't got time, no 4 or 5 hours to be cooking no oxtails. You can't even focus that long.
Hi, I'm Chef Brandon Gavaya. I've been a chef for like 10 plus years and I learned to cook from my grandma. Nobody cooks like my grandma. She's Guyanese, so big up to all my Caribbean and Guyanese people out there.
He's an island boy. You're gonna come for me today with your oxtails?
A boomer is somewhat like, the older generation, set in stone, they have their things together, they own houses. Millennials, we kind of just like go with the flow, figuring out the day by day. I don't feel like we're losing recipes. I feel like the new generation is just putting a more creative twist. Today I'm representing for the millennials. Boomers, watch out. Let's get to it.
Represent millennial.
My special ingredient is the brown sugar. I'm gonna caramelize some of the sugar before searing it. It really adds like a nice caramelization and gives it that rich brown color. First things first, I'm gonna trim the fat.
Trim the fat. That's a good starting point.
You just don't want an oily oxtail. Like, I want a nice, thick gravy, not just like fatty, oily sauce.
I'm sure his grandma taught him that. Usually people, before they serve the oxtail, they skim the fat off the top of it.
So I'm gonna go on with the beef bouillon first, followed by the smoked paprika and garlic powder, brown sugar. Then I have my allspice.
Caribbean people love the allspice. No allspices in mine.
Worcestershire sauce, the garlic and ginger. I'm also gonna go in with some scallions now and some thyme. I'm gonna add the pepper in there too. And now I'm just gonna mix it all up.
His meat just sitting there right now, like this. My meat was bathed in seasoning all night.
So I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to the hot pan, just a tad. You know that brown color that you get, that rich umami flavor? This is what I'm gonna create right now. It starts with some brown sugar. You see it's starting to brown and caramelize. That's what I'm looking for. So now that the sugar is browned, I'm gonna add in the oxtail into that brown sugar. Okay. Ooh, now I'm gonna let them char and get some nice color on them.
I like you, Brandon. I do. But I'm gonna have to whoop you.
See that? This is what I'm looking for. You see that nice sticky caramelization and crust on the oxtail? That's what I need. Now these are looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and add them to a pressure cooker.
The heat is on. You feeling the pressure, right? You feeling the pressure just like you in a pressure cooker.
So this right here is a very important step. We're gonna go ahead and deglaze this pan with some beef broth. You could also use water, but I want all the flavors, so I just got some beef broth. You wanna really get in there and make sure you're getting all the flavor from that oxtail, from the brown sugar, those seasonings, spices. All of that is gonna go into the oxtail.
All the seasonings that you have used are in that pan and stuck to the bottom. You may think, I need to clean this pan. Don't you throw that goodness and mercy away. You take that goodness and mercy and you put it in the pressure cooker.
Add this in here. And I'm also just gonna go ahead and add a little bit more thyme, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and put the lid on, and this will go for about an hour and get the oxtails nice and tender.
I can't wait to taste this. I believe it's gonna be good. There are flavors that he has used that I don't particularly care for, but it's okay. It's not my recipe, it's his recipe.
It's been an hour. The oxtails should be nice and tender. So what I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off and remove the oxtails from the broth, and then I'm gonna reduce this into a nice thick gravy.
This boy moved like he 87 years old. Sweet Jesus. This was originally Grandma and me. Now it's Grandma and Grandpa. You're a baby boomer. You just came here in this outfit as a millennial. Old folks stuff right here. He's very particular. I bet you all his shoes are lined up just so at home. Bet you his closet is color coordinated.
So I have the sauce from the oxtails here. I'm gonna just go ahead and let this reduce down a little bit. I'm gonna add some ketchup to help sweeten it and just add a little bit more flavor.
I can tell you this, that ketchup is not what his grandma used to put in that oxtail. That's a millennial thing.
It's key to be able to eat the oxtail off the bone and not just have a whole bunch of meat floating around in the thick, rich broth.
I'm looking forward to tasting it. Some things I don't look forward to tasting. This, I'm looking forward to it, Brandon. Bring it. Grandma's here. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. I heard that Smacky was talking.
Me? What I found most interesting about Chef Brandon, the Millennials recipe, is that it was his grandmother's recipe. He just came here dressed as millennial.
Well, that's my recipe.
Actually,
I just added a little.
You added ketchup.
Technique.
You added ketchup. Because I know your grandma did not have that ketchup on there. That's the millennial touch. Let me tell you what I loved. I loved all the tradition. I can tell by the way you move in the kitchen, the way you talk. That's your grandma coming through.
I feel like I'm still going to win for the millennials, but I do respect grandma and her recipe.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to try it out. All right. Okay, we're gonna get into Grandma Mimi's first. Okay, she added some carrots in there. I see a lot of oil in there. I'm not sure if Grandma Mimi's trimmed the fat. It just has a different flavor profile. Like there's not like enough umami flavor, like that real deep, like savory. It's like a tomato-y type of flavor profile that I'm getting, but it's not bad. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5. Now we gonna get into mine. I mean, this thing got gravy. Like gravy running off. It's not that much fat in there. All right. Yeah, that's it. Like, you know when it's so good that you just want to like suck the juice out of the bones of the oxtail? That's what this is giving right here. Even though it doesn't count towards the final score, I'm giving this a 1,000,000 off the charts. It's that good.
Woo! Here we go. His meat looks good. I like the way it browned. Let's get down. Fork, please. I taste the spice, the kickback. Okay, I'm gonna taste mine. His has more spice to it. It has a good taste to it. I think his tastes good. I like the heat. It didn't blow my mind, but it's good. I think it's a very good dish. If you're an island person, you probably be like, this is it. It's a little oily, but that doesn't mean it's not good. You get you some bread, sop that sucker up. I would give his oxtail a 7.5.
What's up? I'm Nietzsche. I'm a producer here. I'm representing the millennials. Boomers haven't really been a fan of y'all since y'all ruined the economy. But, you know, we'll see if y'all ruin the oxtails too. I don't know too much about oxtails. I didn't know there were oxen in the United States still. All right, we'll start with this one first. That's immediately delicious. Let's try this one. This tastes like a plate of spaghetti. This one feels like it has like a little bit more of a diverse flavor profile. I clearly just want to finish this one. I'm gonna vote that the millennial did this one, and then this one, I'm gonna hope that the boomer did it. 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this one a solid 9. This one, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give you a 5.
Hi, my name is Joyce. You already know that. And I'm a producer here at Cocoa Butter, and I am a Millennial. So I'm the best of both worlds. Okay, first of all, this one was slipping and sliding on the plate, so we already know she's greasy. It smells good. It smells seasoned. She's layered. She's dynamic. She went to business school, and she's got her master's in music. All right, I'm gonna start with this one. This is really well cooked. Now I'm gonna try this one. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm only eating with a fork because my mom would probably want me to. My God. I need some privacy with this. Cut the cameras. Just on taste alone, I mean, this seems like a grandma would make this. Someone who lived their life. This one is definitely an 8 out of 10, only because my dad's is a 10 out of 10. This feels young, like doesn't know what's going on yet. I would rate it a 6 out of 10.
Boomers think they know everything, but today, that just was not the case. It wasn't it. I brought it home. Shout out to Grandma Mimi. You know I love you, all respect, and I'm still your grandson. Remember, you said that.
Even when I lose, I win. When you lose, you learn something. There's always somebody right behind you, next to you, trying to take your spot. If you lose, turn around, look at your competitor and see what they did better than you. And I want you to know it's not about me winning. It's about us winning with our food, with our culture, and keeping it alive. Stick with your family traditions. If there's a recipe, even if you don't cook, write it down. Because the traditions are right here in this bowl. Just get your butt in the kitchen and cook. That's all we saying. Go cook.